Hello and welcome to the Generation Gap podcast. I'm Lunchbox.
And I'm Gleek.
I kind of just want to get into how Summer Slam was. But
gotta have that wrestling.
Gotta have that wrestling, okay? gotta have that wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
But instead of going through and subjecting myself to endless amounts of torture, I actually decided, I had to work while the pay-per-view was on, and then I waited about a day before actually sitting down and watching it. I decided to not subject myself to the torture that is the entire event. I had already seen a review of the pay-per-view beforehand, so I know which matches to watch and which ones to ignore.
Yeah.
To me, the winners and losers of professional wrestling, especially WWE, doesn't matter.
Yeah. It's scripted. It's made up.
As long as Roman Reigns doesn't win another title,
I'm
fine. I'm perfect.
Yeah.
So I went through and I watched the Jericho and Owens versus Big Cass and Enzo Amore match. It was good. I watched the WWE Championship match, which was good. It had its highlights. I watched the Universal title match. It was good. It has good moments. Watched the Brock Lesnar Randy Orton match. Kind of bored, to be honest. And I watched the John Cena AJ Styles match, which was the match of the night. Yet again, someone else making John Cena look really good. And that's all I had to say about SummerSlam.
Really?
I mean, thank God it wasn't like last year where I ended up canceling my subscription.
Or just a rage fest.
Where it was lucky that I finished my chicken parmesan before I threw it at the goddamn television.
That's the one that broke my head because it had some little midget guy running around with bullhorns.
Oh, El Torito.
Oh my God.
El Taquito.
That was awful. Awful.
Yeah, they got rid of that midget guy, and that whole tag team is now something else that doesn't make any goddamn sense. But
it didn't make no goddamn sense then.
It never did. But the thing that stole the show from the entire week out of wrestling was The Miz actually did, I think, a work shoot on Daniel Bryan, where he went off about not getting the respect he deserves and shit, and talking about how he's been with the WWE for 10 years, but The Miz has always been an afterthought.
That was the thing you showed me, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
He got so fucking, it seemed like he got so fucking butt frustrated.
Yeah.
That his face was red and his eyes were tearing up.
Yeah, that was a butthurt. There was no doubt.
Yeah, Daniel Bryan is not one to overreact.
He seemed to be a pretty cool, calm dude.
He's a very cool, calm dude. Daniel Bryan is a great wrestler, one of the best talents the WWE has ever brought on. And The Miz won, I think, the second Tough Enough, first Tough Enough something. No, he wasn't the first Tough Enough winner, but he still he won a reality show competition to be a WWE wrestler.
He got into wrestling through reality TV.
Yeah, he was also a star in the Real World.
Oh God.
Yeah. And he was just an overbearing ass on the fucking Real World.
Yeah.
They'll go back and they show him clips and shit.
I technically blame the Real World for the downfall of fucking American society, right? I'm serious, dude. They destroyed fucking MTV, and then from then on, all fucking TV was that shit. A combination of them and Jerry Springer.
Yeah, I've never cared for The Miz. In Tough Enough, I didn't like him. In wrestling, I fucking despised him. He was kind of the reason why that WrestleMania 28, 27, one of those that had Snooki involved in it as well, was one of the worst ending WrestleManias ever.
Yeah.
It was on up there. It was on up there for the top, bad fucking shows.
Yeah.
And they deserved it. Because the entire card was just a giant piece of shit. All their best matches were all at the beginning of the night. And then as soon as the second half of it, complete and utter garbage. And we're talking about nearly a 4-hour show.
See, 2 hours of just nothing.
Yeah, 2 hours of like, oh my fucking God, why am I watching this? For a WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Like of course, like you have like your one or two like matches that just bleh.
Yeah.
But when the entire second half of your card is just boring and it leads up to what killed CM Punk's 434-day title reign.
Mm-hmm.
It had a copycat fucking main event 2 years in a row between John Cena and The Rock.
Mm-hmm.
It makes you want to swallow a pistol for like any wrestling fan. But I really do like the work shoot style that came like about it. But my thing about it is like how much of this is real and how much of it is scripted. Mm-hmm. Like, did he was just like go out there and vent your frustrations? Because if I was in the Miz's shoes, and you know I felt like I had been underutilized for 10 years, and even though I was a former WWE champion, I would still go out there and I would bring up that fact. I would do what like CM Punk did when he come out and was like, I've grabbed almost all of Vince McMahon's brass rings and that haven't been a damn thing. Mm-hmm. The Miz was still playing up the Intercontinental Championship like it meant something.
Yeah.
CM Punk just shit on everything when he delivered his promo. So it really makes me really question, like, how much of a company guy are you, Miz?
Yeah.
Like, every single time he's had a good gimmick, the Miz was outshining by someone else. Mm-hmm. And it really makes me wonder, like, if this is going to be his, like, kind of like, if this is, like, his big moment to do something. Mm-hmm. But a big moment for The Miz is, like, getting a hand job that doesn't finish. Like, the girl's arms get tired and she just doesn't want to do anything anymore.
Oh, fuck that.
Yeah. Like it's a death grip hand job, so, like, it hurts for you to, like, finish it yourself.
Yeah.
So, like, it's already bad to begin with, right?
Yeah.
It's already bad. It's like, fuck, a hand job? You know, I was like, I'll take it over nothing. But then again, it hurts. She's squeezing the fuck out of it. And then her arm gets tired.
And then, yeah,
it doesn't finish.
And then you're sitting on the Blue Ball Express.
That's every Miz match. Every single one of them.
It's like he's bringing it somehow, but he just never quite gets over the top where you actually would give a shit. And
well, no, it has like it has all of the ingredients to be something good. Like
they just cook it wrong.
Yeah,
gotcha.
It's like oh, you have a heel who is universally hated by everyone, but the reason why he's universally hated is because he's fucking terrible. Mm-hmm. It's because people just don't want to see him anymore, and so they boo him because they fucking legitimately hate this guy. Mm-hmm. I would believe that 90% of the people that watch that are smarks, I believe that even like 100% of the people that aren't smarks would, if they had the opportunity for like no consequences, punch Miz in the mouth. Like, he's just that type of dude. Like, that's what he seems like.
Yeah.
He doesn't even seem like he's pleasant to be around. Like, there are some guys that, like, when they play a bad guy, you're like, oh yeah, I'd still have a beer with that dude, or I just want to talk to that guy. Like,
yeah, look how many of the old history stuff you see where the guys used to hang together after the show and
like even
travel with each other and all kinds of shit.
Like there are those people that, you know, you could still have a beer with. Like, you may hate their character, but like the Iron Sheik, there is like nothing good about the Iron Sheik's character.
Yeah, no.
But that's a great heel, right? Yeah. But you would still want to have a beer with the guy afterward.
Yeah, I can look back, like, my grandfather's reaction back in, like, the fucking early 80s to him.
It's like...
My grandfather, if he was such a fucking mark into that shit, if you'd give him a pistol and said, do what you want, he'd have shot that son of a bitch. He hated that fucking character, you know? But
at the same time, like, Jimmy Hart, I think Jimmy Hart was one of those, like, I don't like Jimmy Hart whenever I see him, but that's just because he's such a good heel.
That was weird. It was a combination. Everybody hated him. I fucking despised that man, you know, in Memphis wrestling.
Yeah.
But as a kid, I used to enjoy it because I realized that without, like, I seen him as what he was. He was the fucking, I don't know, he was like the ringmaster.
Yeah.
He was the one pumping up everybody by being the fucking dick that you hated.
Yeah.
And giving the good guy something to go after.
Yeah. Like, the heel, like, mantra pretty much is like, the reason why your ass is in that seat is to see me get beat up. It's not to see the good guy overcome the bad guy.
Yeah.
It's everybody's there to watch you get beat the shit out of.
Yeah.
And everybody wanted Jimmy Hart to get beat the shit out of. Yeah. So he did his job. He did his job exponentially.
Like I said, once again, another guy, my grandfather, used to fucking scream at the television.
Yeah. But Jimmy Hart is yet again one of those guys I would go out and have a beer with.
Yeah.
The Miz, on the other hand, nah, I'd want to see him like fall down a flight of stairs, like something. Fucking injure this guy. Like, oh yeah, you haven't been injured for 10 years? That means I've been watching you on television for 10 years, and I don't see any improvement.
Well, it's time for him to get hurt.
I wish
Let's give him a few beers, and then whenever we get ready to leave, then we push him down the stairs.
Oops. Oh my lord! But
maybe he's never been hurt because he's not putting in his all.
Well, he said in that fucking work shoot that he wrestles the style that he does is because he can do it every day. So he wrestles a style that is very like self-preservant.
Well, the guy there said he was lazy.
Yeah. He said he called him lazy and he called him a coward, and he wrestles like a dude that doesn't want to get hit. Yeah. And it drives home a point, like no one in wrestling wrestles to hurt the other guy. Bret Hart will say that one of his greatest achievements, or his greatest achievement in his entire career, was that he never seriously injured anyone. Yeah. And this is a career that goes by for 20 years.
Yeah. Well, that's actually a good thing. I mean, he was good enough, he knew how to do his job without fucking up.
Yeah. Brilliant fucking tactician. Like, of course other people hurt him. There was a dude that cracked his sternum and broke every single one of his ribs with one hit.
Christ.
Yeah, he still kicked out of he put a foot up on the rope for a rope break during the middle of the guy like pinning him after he had done that and drug him back into the ring, and then he rolled back out of the ring.
I remember that.
Because he wanted to get counted out instead of like taking a fucking pinfall to that guy.
And, I'm not losing to this asshole.
Yeah, and of course you had, I think it was a kayfabe injury to his ankle. And then, of course, they had the real injury where Goldberg fucking kicked him so hard in the head, it ended up rattling his brains around, and was like, "You can't wrestle anymore after that." But
fuck all that, man.
But if you wrestle for a self-preservant style, I can understand it. Like, because you have to wrestle like 350 or 300 and something days out of the year. I can see it. But at the same time, you're not entertaining. You're not someone that I want to watch. You're not someone who I think that a championship should be around.
Well, look at football. I mean, you've got career guys playing football, and I'm sure they play that way, play safe, But the ones that put asses in the seats are the guys that go out there and, some of these players, they end up playing for 3 or 4 years, and then they blew their knee out, they fucked themselves up. But they're the ones drawing asses to the seats because they're putting everything into the game.
Yeah, it's because they're putting their body on the line. Yeah,
and that's really what people are paying for. They want to be entertained, but there's also part of everybody in them seats that wants to see you fucking give it all you have.
Yeah, and that's why I explained that I would much rather watch college football or college basketball over NFL.
Yeah, they're actually chasing this fucking gold ring that's being dangled in front of them.
Yeah, and it's amazing to watch. I think that any day of the week, a fucking college football game, a heated rivalry college football game, is way more entertaining to watch just from a story standpoint. Yeah. Than any like Super Bowl that you can ever like throw in front of you. Because most of the time, within like the past like 10 Super Bowls, like all of them have been like nearly blowouts. They've been so lopsided, like it's not even worth a watch. Yeah. And so it's a shitty game. Like in any fucking
makes you miss the Bud Bowl.
Yeah. makes me want to flip over to the fucking Puppy Bowl and watch that on Animal Planet while that's going on. It's like, fuck, at least I get to see cute dogs. Like that's kind of entertaining. But there was a running joke with like me and my group of friends, like me, Sick Nasty, and a couple of others, whenever we used to watch pay-per-views, that was go outside and have a smoke time. Yeah. During a Miz match. Miz, Jack Swagger, and I think Sheamus. Like those were the three that we would go outside and like smoke and come back and hopefully be over. Yeah. Because like we just didn't want to see it. Like it was so bad. It would ruin like the rest of the pay-per-view most of the time. It was like shit thrown in at the last minute. Like with a couple of Jack Swagger matches, you're just like, fuck, dude, like, I don't want to see this, or Big Show, oh my lord. But at least those guys have like bright spots in their career and like certain accolades. It's like, yeah, that guy's good when he's doing this. There's nothing redeeming about The Miz. Like his character is obnoxious. I don't fucking care about it. It's fucking stupid. And he calls himself like, it's like, oh yeah, I'm an A-list actor. And I'm like, then why are you in a D-list movie that no one paid attention to? Like, you have Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson coming out, highest paid actor.
I've got to bring it up. This annoys me, dude. The fucking Rock, Dwayne, is supposed to star in a remake of fucking Jumanji. I still can't get it through my head why the fuck they would want to do that.
Can't they at least like wait like 30 years? Like that should be a rule, man.
Dude, I don't see how anybody could make Jumanji better
than Robin Williams. Yeah,
he was just certain films like he was in. You can't remake that shit. The
thing is, they shouldn't call it a remake. They should call it like a sequel or like.
They have one kind of like I said with Zathura.
But I don't think they should like take it down like anything near the same path of like, oh, this is a kid that got stuck in the game.
Mm-hmm.
What if like I think I would like it if The Rock was like a character from the game, like he was like one of the traps, like oh, you're attacked by wild villagers. The Rock being Samoan.
But and it'd be a different kid playing the game.
And, before we bombed the island of Samoa and Hawaii and a couple of others.
Yeah, but it's just endemic, dude. It's part of this whole we're going to remake everything because we don't have new ideas. And Lord knows he has to be. It seems like in every goddamn remake they make.
Can we actually have a discussion right now about how it seems like people do want to see the same shit over and over?
Yeah. It does seem that way, dude. It's like they want the same old shit all the time.
But that's the thing with like video game sequels as well. The biggest selling games every year are Call of Duty, Assassin's Creed. And there's like 6 Assassin's Creed games. I don't know how many fucking Call of Duty games.
I never gave a shit about either one of them.
Oh, I haven't either. It's what sells. Yeah. It's what has been shown to sell over and over and over again, and so they're just going to keep making those things. And it's the same way with movies. Like that's why there's like fucking 6 Fast and Furious movies. Oh, these are popular in the theater. Let's churn as many of these out as we can.
Yeah, fuck that.
Like how long can we keep this gravy train running? And so I think that's like it's not only a fault of Hollywood, it's a fault of the consumer.
It is.
And so, like, we can't, like, focus, like, all the blame. It's like, why is Hollywood doing this? Well, it's like, well, they see what sells.
Yeah.
Most shit is now, like, by profit and...
Well, I don't know, man. Some of it... Not every remake fucking takes off. I mean, a good example is that recent Ben-Hur. You talk about a movie that it didn't need to be fucking made.
Yeah.
It's like, sorry, you fucking did Ben-Hur. You did a damn good version of it. Probably the best version that could have ever been done. Just let it exist on its own. Don't fucking touch that idea no more.
It's like... It was like the second Star Trek movie, the newer one.
Oh, yeah.
About, like, how they just, like, kind of, like...
regurgitated all of fucking Khan. And
yeah, it's like they threw a Wrath of Khan DVD into a blender and was like, will it blend? And then... fucking hit the button, open it up, and it's like, don't breathe that, that's Wrath of Khan dust, and then like fucking scooped it together and then like threw it in a fucking cat's litter box, and then it was like let the cat like shit and piss and fuck in it for like a week.
Just think about it, dude. They're gonna make Jumanji, and yeah, the movie come out whenever I was already practically a fucking adult.
Yeah.
But I can look at that and see where young people would look at it and like, fuck no, leave it the fuck alone.
Oh yeah, like my whole thing is like, that and Flubber. Were 2 movies that my mom, on like the very first snow day I ever had.
Well, Flubber though technically is a remake. It is. There was a 1960s Flubber. That's the one I grew up with.
Yeah.
That's one of the few movies that they're, I don't know how to put it. Watch the original one is good in its own way, and the second one is good in its own right.
Yeah.
But
finding those...
That's rare. That's fucking rare. they're going to make Jumanji. I was like, you can't. You can't remake that. Well, it's never going to attract kids' attention again. It'll never have that same magic.
It was like The Mask 2, or like the second Mask movie that came out. It's like everybody wanted it. Everybody wanted it. Everybody wanted it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's because we all wanted Jim Carrey back in that position.
Mm-hmm.
And we got that piece of shit Jamie Kennedy,
mm-hmm.
and it was more about the baby, and like, oh, look how goofy and quirky it is.
Yeah.
When it lost all of the humor that made The Mask
mm-hmm.
funny in the first place. Like, it's like, oh, look how silly fart jokes. Fucking baby with the mask on. Yay! And you're trying not to, swallow a pistol again.
Yeah.
Well, like the original Mask, it's like, oh, there's actually a story here, and there's
mm-hmm.
villainy, and
well, imagine if they just suddenly announced, I don't know, just out of the blue, hey, we're going to remake the classic TV show. We're going to remake Family Ties. Did anybody ask for that? No, but we're going to remake it. We're going to remake it just like we did Ben-Hur. Nobody asked for that. We don't care. It's the new thing, and we're regurgitating it down your fucking throat.
This is also the consumer's fault. Because mm-hmm. they keep buying this shit. And you know what? Like, Ben-Hur mm-hmm. got bought. Family Ties is gonna be bought.
Yeah.
Jumanji, whatever.
Somebody bought it up.
Is gonna be bought. Like you're gonna still have, like, your fucking mindless drones that don't like to think outside the box or see anything new.
Mm-hmm.
Walk into the theater, drool over a bucket of popcorn for 90 minutes, and leave.
I used to be amazed. I remember going to the video store. And so many movies,
So many movies.
Yeah. And just being amazed by it. And well, for one, being amazed by how much I'd already fucking seen. You never know how much you've seen till you go through the aisles of a video store. I remember always being amazed that people would come in and they would drop off their films. It wasn't uncommon, man. The new arrivals were so fucking hot. People would be there at the desk and they see somebody bringing in a whole bunch of movies. What the fuck are they bringing back?
Yeah.
Yeah, because if you didn't snatch up the new arrivals, while you could, they're gone. But I remember being amazed, going up and looking and just seeing the absolute schlock shit that people would watch. And it always amazed me, just for real, man, this guy rented fucking Ghoulies? Ghoulies? Who the fuck watches this shit, Yeah.
Teen Wolf again? Fuck!
Exactly. Well, Teen Wolf's actually pretty good, man. It's not great, but it's good.
It's not good. One of those movies that I would go out and want to watch.
Yeah, it's going to be damn sight better than fucking Dwayne in this fucking remake, I can tell you that. You'd rather watch Teen Wolf than goddamn Jumanji
If it was on television for free and I was bored as fuck at my grandmother's house and my PlayStation didn't work, and if I was stuck up shit creek without a paddle and this is the only thing I had to watch, I'd much rather watch Teen Wolf, because fuck, just for the ending scene where the girl zips up her pants, so I can giggle at that for about 20 minutes, and then
oh Lord,
going back to into the forest for shrooms or peyote or something.
I don't know, man. They're going to keep doing this. I seen a list, and I wish to God I could remember half of them.
It makes me want to go through, it makes me want to find an old video store
mm-hmm.
and take all the remakes from the new arrival section and put them in the classic section, and put all the classics in the new arrival section of the same shit. Just be a trolling dickhole.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like, oh, you like this remake? Well, actually watch the one that was good.
Some of these times when they're making remakes, sometimes not even good the original time.
Yeah, unfortunately. Well, speaking of regurgitating ideas, I got a chance to watch this fucking new show, Stranger Things. Everybody and their fucking brother, dude. Every review in the world, they were coming all over this fucking movie. I mean, seriously, you could hear them. Like, as soon as they bring it up, it just, oh, it's so good, it's so great.
Oh, I love calming.
Yeah.
Oh, I love lifting the weight. The weight is like the calm. Every time I pump the iron, I calm.
Yeah, exactly.
Every time I watch the Stranger Things, I calm.
Dude, it was. Every fucking review I was listening to, everybody kept talking about how great this fucking thing was. So, all right, fuck it. I'm gonna sit and watch this fucking thing. It's only 8 episodes. Fuck it.
How long is each episode?
Like 50 minutes. Yeah.
You can watch the first season of Breaking Bad, too, in that amount of time.
God. Yes, I could watch Breaking Bad.
Yes, I could. Yes, I could. Yes, I could. I have the capacity in which to see Breaking Bad. Go on.
Damn it.
I mean, I've only watched it 3 times through.
Yeah.
Well, only 3.
I started watching it, and I'll admit, dude, the first couple episodes, for me, it's kind of hard to go through. I just couldn't connect with these fucking characters.
Yeah.
And what really got my attention was everybody talked about, oh, the movie's great. These kids play Dungeons and Dragons. This is supposed to be set in like 1983. And I listened to the Tested podcast where they talked about it, where Adam Savage, from Mythbusters, was going on and on about how good the representation of the D&D they're playing was, and how that was exactly what it was like, and for young people to be together playing D&D. I don't know what fucking universe these people come from. It was nothing like me and my friends playing D&D.
Yet again,
it was nothing like me and you.
Yet again, us and your friends that you played with back in the day, none of them thought like kids being like, oh yeah, I want to conquer the ogre. Ours is like, fuck that, I'm stealing that, I'm raping their women, I'm burning this house down. Or it's like, oh, I found me a little pet mushroom, peace, I'm gone.
It was weird. It's like a mix of a few touches. You're like, that's pretty cool. And then the next second later, it's cringy as fuck. They showed the miniature sitting on the table and the kids describing a scenario to them, and I'm listening to them describe it, and I'm like, he's a little too fucking wordy. Nobody played like that. Nobody plays this like this. And then all of a sudden, boom, he slams this fucking figure down. And the first thing went to my head, I knew who the fuck made it. I knew what year it was from. And I'm like,
cue the Revenge of the Nerds thing. Nerd!
Yeah. Trust me, I felt like a fucking nerd to a lot of it. The miniature that they were showing, 2-headed miniature. And my first thought was like, you go right for the big boy. You go straight for the big boy, the Demogorgon. And they do this whole scenario where, oh my God, they've got to face the Demogorgon. And just fuck that. It's sad. It's just sad.
Well, kids too, they're not going to think of build up. Well, I'm just like trying to build up a scenario.
Well, there's a kid, the kid that was the dungeon master. He told his mother they'd been playing for like 10 hours. And he's like, come on, a little bit longer. It only, I've been putting this together for 2 weeks. Okay, that's real.
Yeah.
A good dungeon master can take 2 weeks to put a good thing together. And yeah, you play for 10 hours. But they went for the biggie, dude, of like all the fucking names you could throw out there. They might as well have just thrown out and said, besides Demogorgon.
Now you gotta fight Cthulhu!
Yeah, that's exactly who the fuck it is. It's Cthulhu. You might as well said Orcus. You might as well said Tiamat, Behemoth, any of the fucking big fucking names. It's the Prince of Demons, dude.
He should have been
the
like
Prince of Demons.
An avatar of the Demogorgon.
Yeah.
Or an avatar of Cthulhu.
Exactly. And it's just, I couldn't believe how fast they went straight to that. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, nobody went to fight Demogorgon.
No.
Hell, there was later fucking things come out, I think like in 3rd, where you don't even get to confront Demogorgon. You deal, like you said, with his avatars. You deal with his mechanizations. You're out of your fucking mind. This is the ruler of the 88th level of the Abyss. He is a demon lord.
Yeah.
Bullshit. But it does tie into the fucking show. Okay? At first, I was just all butthurt and frustrated over that.
Demogorgon, you fucking piece of shit, 12-year-old, what the fuck?
Yeah. Well, it leads off when the game breaks up. They're all going home. This boy, he's on the way home, and he ends up wrecking his bike. He sees some shit. He's scared. Boo-hoo. He's running. The whole idea is that he ends up getting snatched. all right, that this creature comes through, grabs him, and drags him to another fucking world. Yeah.
I'm intrigued.
Oh, yeah. There's some parts in this that are really... I like some of the aspects. Well, it's not until later you find out it's the plane of shadow. They call it the Upside Down, which is kind of cool, but at the same time, when I used to play D&D, the plane of shadows, like when it got to the shadow mages, I didn't give a fuck. I hated it. When I started reading about shadow mages coming out in Dragon magazine, fuck this.
You are talking to someone that does play a Shadow Panda priest.
Yeah. Well, that's the modern idea of it. You ought to see how they blended the fucking cosmology of D&D. They put that shit in a fucking blender, dude. 3rd and 4th edition, it's absolute shit. It went from the Great Circle, of like Planescape, and from the old fucking manual of the planes and shit, which made 100% sense, to the World Tree, which is like, what the fuck? And then it's been blended. It's garbage. But anyway, the idea of the Plane of Shadows, the original concept of the Plane of Shadows from that era was the place where the elemental realms of radiance and darkness join. It's that in-between world. And it supposedly was represented, they show it a touch there. It was represented by, imagine a world that's like ours, but it's fucking dead. Everything is twilight. Everything is slightly manipulated.
It's like the difference in between a holy priest and a shadow priest. A holy priest uses the light to heal. Mm-hmm. A shadow priest uses the void to cause insanity.
Mm-hmm. This is that realm in between the Twilight Zone. Yeah. That's essentially kind of what that realm represents. Yeah. Twilight Zone. They did a good job, but that annoyed me because I never fucking liked shadow fucking wizards and that shadow magic shit. Pain in my ass years ago. But getting back to the show, it deals with these kids and they rip off like every fucking 80s trope you can imagine, dude. If you can imagine an 80s movie that was kind of popular, it's in this fucking series.
Did they do Tron?
Probably in some fucking way. If you really was to analyze it, I'm sure.
To dig deep?
Yeah. But let's put it this way. They did E.T. just 100 fucking million times.
Lord.
Yeah. There's so many E.T. references, it's just over the top.
The
movie is like Super 8. Do you remember Super 8?
Yeah.
It's like somebody decided we're going to do Super 8, but instead of just sucking Spielberg's dick, we're going to suck everybody's dick. That's kind of what this is.
So they made $50 sucking dick last night, or $50.05. Who paid you the nickel? They all did.
Yeah. It touches on some stuff, though, that I fucking enjoyed. There was a part, it's like maybe 3 or 4 episodes in.
Wait, is there Hulk Hogan references?
I don't remember.
Fuck,
I don't remember.
Now I'm going to go through, watch Stranger Things now, just see if there's any Macho Man and Hulk Hogan references.
Some wrestling?
Yeah, so I can just be like, where's the wrestling?
It's probably in there somewhere.
Someone's probably got, a Trish Armstrong.
Yeah. There's a part, like I said, that I liked. They suddenly, 2 or 3 episodes in, this kid's disappeared. His mother's going insane. She thinks that he's communicating to her, right? And he's doing it through lights and stuff, like making lights glow and shit in response to when she asks something.
Mm-hmm.
And what's her name from fucking Beetlejuice?
Gina Davis?
No, the girl.
I don't remember the girl's name.
Fucking what's her name? The actress that turned into a klepto. She's always in the paper stealing shit.
I don't know.
What is her?
I don't remember her name. I remember Gina Davis.
What is her goddamn name?
Gina Davis used to be pretty attractive.
I did come to think of a side note. We really need to start taking notes. Wow.
I'm able to just
we ought to rename this show Half Remembered Tales and just be done with it.
It's like, hey dude, you remember that one time? Kind of.
Yeah. Through a mirror darkly, but yes. Anyway, the young chick from Beetlejuice, she plays the mother.
Yeah.
Dude, her acting is fucking horrible. She plays a spaz all during it, I'm freaking out and going neurotic. To the point it's over the fucking top.
To where it's annoying.
Very. It gets fucking over the top, dude. It's ridiculous. They throw in some stuff in the second or third episode up through there. This is when my attention really got piqued. I'm like, okay. Yeah, I like the way this is going. Boom. MK Ultra. Yeah. And the Montauk experiment.
Like the Montauk Man and shit?
Yes. Oh my god, dude. I went from being so fucking bored that I'm considering fuck this show. And I'm like, ooh, you have my attention, you know? It's all about it. You find out that there's an army base in the town. And, of course, they have, the super sheriff who at first is numbing the pain with alcohol and all that fucking tragic hero bullshit. And all of a sudden he's magically heard of MK Ultra and now we've got to get to the bottom of this case. Some pulpy bullshit. Finds out that the guy running the fucking military base, he worked for MK Ultra, that they were abducting fucking people, doing psychological experiments, and he pretty much sums it up that they're stealing children to do experiments, psychic experiments. Yeah. And I'm not going to give it away, the whole show.
Yeah, because I'll probably be watching this.
Yeah, I don't want to give it all away, but when they fucking started mentioning it, and they never quite say Montauk, but the part of me, you know what I mean, was like, ooh.
Everything got
I think I might touch myself there a little bit on this.
Everything got a little bit risky. Ooh.
Yeah, it's a combination of just some really good aspects and a whole lot of just crap that I don't give a shit about. And the one goddamn thing that eat my ass up more than the D&D, the bicycles. There's no fucking excuse for these bicycles.
Bicycle.
No.
Bicycle.
One of the boys, one of these fucking kids had a bicycle that would have been appropriate from that time period. But it would have had to have been an old, used one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? They try to make it up like the other kids are riding fucking banana bikes and shit. Which, sorry, in the early 80s, banana bikes were kind of going out.
Yeah.
Late 70s, they were on the way out. You could still get them, but the BMX shit was coming more and more and more.
Yeah.
And the banana bikes and the BMX actually blended together in the 70s at one point. All the fucking bikes that they showed, these kids riding just about it. Every fucking one of them was a more modern style, like the slant frame. A classic, I don't know if you've ever seen a classic dirt bike frame. Very much a big triangle to it. The modern stuff has the, like a squished frame to it.
Yeah.
They took modern dirt bikes, BMX, and dressed them up with some fucking cheapo fucking banana seats and shit. And it was fucking pathetic. Because as soon as I saw it, I'm like, you're fucking kidding me. And this one kid, I recognized the seat he was fucking using, dude. That's a reproduction Pearson, meant for Schwinn's. And I'm like, God damn, that seat is only appropriate for shit in about 1968 to about 1971. What the fuck is it doing on this here? And I think somebody fucking got to him that, hey man, these bikes are shit. Because from that point on, if you look, all the adult bikes that you see in different parts of the movies, those fucking fit. Classic fucking racers, like 3-speed racers, 10 speeds, shit like that. Yeah, I know, it's stupid to fucking focus on.
Well, no, it's the little things that you pick up. Oh my lord.
It just annoyed me, dude. It was just a finger in my ass.
Like it went past the first knuckle?
You fucking it did. It fucking jabbed my prostate, and not in a good way. It was like...
Because if you go past the first knuckle, it's pretty gay.
Yeah, well, whatever. Whatever, dude. Yeah, it pissed me off, dude. It really just annoyed me. It's like you didn't put any effort. You went out of your way to make a show about the 80s. Did really fucking good on some parts, dude. Some of it is really fucking good. There's one of the characters that appears, alright, you get the big sister character, where her friend named Barbara, the way she looks in this episode, she's like the taller, dumpier, ginger girl. Dude, her look was fucking perfect. I mean, it was pulled right out of the fucking 80s. Just plucked it right out of the fucking 80s and dropped it on the screen.
Huh.
Down to the fucking trapper keepers that the girl's carrying with puffy stickers on it. And you only see it for a second when she, like, turns, puts it in the locker. But, like, that is a great fucking thing to put in. It fits that time period. Let's bust our ass to really get it right. And then we're going to throw these goddamn bicycles on top of it. Fuck me. And I know most people wouldn't even recognize it.
I bet it was more of like probably a price thing for the bicycles.
Not really, dude. All they'd have to do is go to a collector's forum. Go to a collector's forum and say, look, we'd like to have some bicycles to use in an old movie. Fuck, a lot of guys would say, what, you're going to give me $100 to use my old bike? Fucking A, have at it. People rent out mopeds and all kinds of shit. You know, old cars from movies. And hell, like I've been online, dude, and seen where the people, what was it, Hot Rod? You remember that movie?
Yeah.
About the guy on the moped?
Yeah.
Where people have that moped now. Yeah.
Fuck.
And there's even a few, like a Moped Army I've seen where they rent stuff to movies, you know, for films and shit. It wouldn't have been that hard to get the right fucking bicycles for that time period.
But yet again, how many people are going to pay attention to the right bicycle?
This motherfucker will. You goddamn right. Like me, whenever they started showing the D&D books, all right, I'm nerding out in a way because I'm like, ooh, cool. I've got that. You hit it right with this fucking thing, you know? And then they opened this one where they discovered that this other world is this shadow plane, right? And they talked about it. The kid says, hey, it's the Veil of Shadows. And there was a big old warning buzzer in my fucking head. It was like, wrong, kid, wrong. They tried to replicate old books and manuals because they flip a folder open. It's just done wrong. They tried to imitate it, but it don't look right. The Veil of Shadows is a fucking crypt on the spine of the world from the Forgotten Realms. And yeah, I knew what the fuck it was. It's like mentioned in one paragraph in one of the fucking books. I think they might have mentioned it in the fucking Icewind Dale games. Yeah. And I'm like, there was never a fucking adventure called the Veil of Shadows. What the fuck?
What are you, fucking gay?
Yeah. It's a fucking nondescript crypt mentioned one fucking time, a throwaway item. Make up your own adventure based on that name kind of thing.
They probably thought of like, it's like, ooh, what could like be shadowy and sounds like something would be in
Veil of Shadows.
Veil of Shadows. Oh.
Yeah.
That does sound good. Let me write that down.
Yeah. And then, like I said, there's a nerd like me stands up and goes, you cocksuckers.
You just can't put the Karazhan Opera event in the middle of Orgrimmar and have me look at it like it's supposed to be here, you sons of bitches.
You're fucking it up for everybody. Yeah. Yeah, you would have the same fucking reaction to some shit.
You can't show me Draenei dying and don't mention the whole entire backstory where Sargeras comes down and tempts fucking Archimon.
Don't show a kid rolling damage for his fireball and you're rolling goddamn four-sided dice. Don't you do it. Don't you do it, you sons of bitches. And they did it. They did it.
His initiative was 10. He doesn't go first, he goes last.
The hell's wrong with you people?
He is slower than fuck.
He is so slow, his ass ain't gonna move until 2 rounds from now.
That's what you get for rolling a rock golem, you dumb son of a bitch. Covered in molasses.
Oh, it's just... Oh, my God. And then then at the end of the movie, the show, they're playing D&D again. The kid just randomly said, it's the Thessal Hydra. Woo! And that's where the kid rolls the 4-sided dice for his fireball. And he like one-shots a Thessal Hydra. Once again, finger right up my butt. Oh, if you're going to do it, fucking try to get it half right.
I thought they were going to dungeon with like the Demogorgon.
Demogorgon.
And then all of a sudden they're fighting a Thessal Hydra.
No.
Oh.
It's at one end of the movie, one end of the show, and the other end.
Oh, okay.
First episode, last episode. Yeah.
So it's one of those things that does the cliche shit of ending where you start?
Kinda. I mean, that's what I was saying. 80s movie tropes. The whole thing is tropes, dude. Tropes.
So did anyone like bust out like an old school NES and play some Duck Hunt?
No, but there was some Atari. Yeah, they mentioned Atari and they show the game and...
Fuck, let's play Burger Time.
Well, dude, it was 1983. There wasn't no fucking Nintendo yet.
So it's still like 2 years before like Nintendo came out in the US.
Yeah, which is funny that it's showing the kids all excited over getting he thinks he's getting an Atari for Christmas and that he said the box is identical to the one my buddies got. And I'm like, huh. He's all excited and he doesn't realize that the game bust is about to happen.
Nah.
Where Atari just took a shit in 84.
Just a nosedive.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because of fucking E.T.?
Yeah. Literally, that was like the last Christmas. That Christmas is the one that destroyed fucking Atari.
But that means that you could have gone and picked up like a whole bunch of fucking Atari games for like 5 cents a piece.
And we used to. You better believe it, dude. One time, you used to be able to get Atari games. Go to any fucking pawn shop, anywhere. And you could get them motherfuckers for like $0.25 a piece.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. I never should have sold all the ones I collected.
But see, the thing is that would have made the crash great for anyone that loved video games.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's a thing that I don't understand. It's like, yeah, it was terrible for video game companies, but it was probably great for the people that actually liked video games.
Oh yeah, I knew a lot of kids they bought up like every fucking thing that was left.
Like if there's ever going to be like another video game crash, holy fucking shit, dude! I would have like the entirety of the PlayStation 3 collection.
But you know what's stupid? I got fucking excited one time, and this was 88, 89, up through there. Ataris had been out and gone for 5 years or more. I had a joystick that was just shitting up. It just wasn't working worth the fuck. I went to a damn dollar store. I think it used to be Fred's over here in Martin.
Mm-hmm.
And this is back when Nintendos and shit were kind of just out. There was an advertisement. It was in a shelf, and it was for the gold cartridge Link or a Zelda game.
Yeah.
And I remember a kid begging and begging, I really want a Nintendo, Ma. Poor kid, this little girl. I remember her mom saying, you still got your brother's Atari.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, funny, I'm sitting there thinking, well, I like my Atari. I looked around. And there was this random fucking package on like the fucking 50-cent table. And sure enough, it was a complete fucking rewire kit for an Atari joystick.
Ugh.
And I about shit and fell backward, dude. I mean, I was like, you gotta be shitting me. This must have fell back behind the shelf of that store for 5 years or more.
Yeah.
Yeah. It just pure luck.
Fucking rewire kits for controllers?
Yeah, it was a complete fucking... It was the plug, the wires, and you had to open up your controller, take out all the wiring, and add in the clips. And yeah.
They would never release shit like that now.
Yeah, this was an Atari branded thing. I remember
they would like PlayStation. If your Bluetooth goes out on your controller, time to buy another $56 controller. You fuck.
Yeah. Well, I remember even then it was on the 50-cent table, and it was still marked only like $2. It had like the original sticker on it. And it was fucking Atari, dude. I remember it said Atari on the fucking plug, on the packaging, all that shit.
And then you went home to play your Commodore 64 with your Atari controller, and you booted up Sonic the Hedgehog.
Because I had to go fast.
Because
gotta go fast.
Because you had to be a plumber.
Yeah.
And stop Mother Brain.
No, actually, I went home and
jerked off and ate cereal? Yeah,
no,
me too.
Went home and played Space Shuttle.
I would have just jerked off and ate cereal.
Oh, that was later. After I got done playing Space Shuttle. Maybe a little berserk.
It's like, well, time to jerk off and eat cereal. Preferably at 2 different times.
But yeah, it's a bit difficult, yeah. The cereal gets hung in your throat.
Fuck. Fuck!
You're trying to coordinate yourself, like patting your stomach and rubbing your head.
Trying to jerk off and use a spoon. I get imagine it'd be pretty hard to jerk off and like eat spaghetti, like because like you gotta twirl the noodles, and so like that's
so you're like twirling your dick and twirling the noodles.
Fuck, dude, what the fuck?
Wait a minute, people can jerk off with one hand and use a remote with the other.
Yeah, but that's like one function, and that's like another up and down function
in between beats. I'm sure it's in between strokes, you know. God, terrible. Yeah. Well, like I said, it's a good show, dude. Getting back to Stranger Things, it's good. Watch it.
I probably will since you mentioned, like, because I didn't know what it was about, and I was like, I'm not.
It's a monster film, you know, monster movie that they. I don't have it. Just everything, dude. Firestarter, fucking Carrie, fucking E.T., some Goonies thrown in on top of it. Just every fucking thing. It. The fucking the font that the show's done in.
Yes, I recognize that from the Netflix thing.
Which is funny that they threw in some 90s. Though technically the book come out in like 82, 83, you know.
I've been way too bit like I haven't watched Stranger Things, which will only take me like almost 8 hours.
Yeah, like 6, 7 hours.
And I've been like, nah, it's too much time. I've been watching like fucking WWF Raw from 1998 and playing World of Warcraft at the same time. I'm like, yeah, beat his ass, Stone Cold.
Well, beyond watching that, dude, another thing I watched that was bad, really bad movie. This movie's fucking horrid, okay? But it's so fucking bad, it's good.
It's just bad.
It's rotten to the core, but it's so rotten, it's fucking good. It's called Elvis Lives. And I'm pretty sure it's by the Asylum assholes that did like Sharknado. It's got the worst fucking Elvis imitator you've ever seen in your life. He sucks, dude. He fucking sucks.
It's like, thank you very much. Much appreciated a lot.
Now, here's the thing. The movie is fucking good. It's got story. They do an alternate reality kind of Elvis, where Elvis at one point had to enter the witness protection program. Yeah, because he's going to testify against these mobsters and shit. It talks about his relationship with his guys. They break up this FBI character. You know, he's made up, and how they interact. Him and his not Priscilla, but his girlfriend that was living with him at the time. You know, she's in it. It comes so fucking close to being exactly what I wanted. It almost turns into Secret Agent Elvis. Dude, I was like watching it, I'm like, no, please give me this little bit right at the end. No, he's now a bounty hunter. That's how the movie ends. Elvis is a bounty hunter hunting people that have skipped.
That sounds something that sounds like something Elvis would do, though.
Yeah, but I was just like, damn it, you got so close to what I've always wanted to see. And just completely dropped the fucking ball.
So instead of Dog the Bounty Hunter, was he Hound Dog the Bounty Hunter?
Pretty much. Because this movie was a hound. Watch it, though. It's fucking worth watching. It's fun.
So on par with things that have been a stack of fucking shit on top of each other, I renewed my WoW subscription again.
Oh. God damn it, you fucking masochist.
I know. Legion, I already bought Legion. I bought Legion like 3 months ago. And I haven't paid any attention to any of the pre-expansion event. And I decided that, last Friday I was going to go ahead and renew my subscription just so I can get in the achievements and do all the quests early. It has so much promise. It has so much promise. For the first time in a long time, I'm like, I play this game and I have hope for its future? What?
Because they're gonna fuck you. You know they're gonna fuck you, dude.
The shitty thing about, like, Warlords that I walked into is, it's like, here is a savage continent, right? You're fighting, like, you're fighting your way through a fucking jungle, taking out all these, like, different orcs and shit, and learning about, like, the orc culture all at one time. And it's like this very like fast paced, like go here, like objective after objective after objective. And then after that first scenario, everything just grinds to a halt and it's like, look at your garrison. Look at it. It's great, isn't it? You want to spend all your time here. And then it ruined the social aspect of the game. And then everybody fucking quit. Yeah. And then in the late game, before like all the pre-expansion shit, the fucking servers were dead. Yeah. You would go into capital cities and see like 5 people, lucky, 10 people if it was like a fucking weekend. Fucking raids, like looking for raid was filled with just like scrub lords that didn't know how to do shit. And so it was like a never-ending clusterfuck of my frustration. Like I don't get pissed off at video games a lot of the time. Especially now, since, like, fucking taking this medication, I can actually, like, focus. Yeah. And, like, be good at fucking video games again. Thank God, because, like, I've started kicking WWE 2K16's ass again. But it was like watching a world dying, right? Like they should have just, like, fucking crashed a meter into it, like, the Heroes of Azeroth had failed. Yeah, right. That's what they should have done.
That's what happened to me with Forgotten Realms.
Yeah,
like 4th edition and all that shit. Go look up what happened to Forgotten Realms in the 4th edition.
Yeah,
yeah. I had that same feeling, like you destroyed my world.
Yeah,
yeah.
Like Cataclysm literally destroyed my world. Yeah. Like I was talking to a friend of mine last night, and I was like, man, I would love to run through one of these old zones, like again, like before, like the Cataclysm happened. It's called Stranglethorn Vale. It was the very southern tip of like the continent of the Eastern Kingdoms, and it was all jungle. Like it was all like troll jungle, like crumbling like trolls, like statues and shit. The old Giribashi arena. It was like beautiful. You can get like lost in the jungle, and like yeah, you have your map, but fuck, you're out in the middle of nothing, and you're surrounded by fucking basilisk, and you have to make your way back to shore, or else those pirates are gonna rape your ass.
Yeah.
And then it's like, oh, half of the continent, or half of it's split, and there's a big fucking elemental fight on this part of it, and you're just like, fuck. But then Legion comes out, or Legion is getting ready to come out, and your first quest is like holy shit, the Broken Shore is being invaded, which just recently came up out of the water again, and you're called to duty by the war chief, because I played the only good faction, which is the Horde. The Alliance can go suck a dick. Jaina Proudmoore can go suck a dick, but I'll get to that in a
Horde symbol looks like a vagina.
It's a hoof.
It's a vagina with a fucking cervix winking out of it.
It's a hoof. It's a cleft hoof. Okay,
with a cervix.
But anyway, you have to do the walk from Orgrimmar to the ship outside of the city, like in the bay, and you eat your last meal. You polish your armor, you get it enchanted, you have a warm-up battle, and then you hop on the fucking boat. It's like, you're probably gonna die, but at least you die with honor.
Yeah.
They send you on the boat, fucking you arrive at the Broken Shore, everything is going to shit. And that spectrum of, like, emotions that I'm able to feel again, I've actually felt impending doom. like they're actually to inspire that. And I was like, fuck.
Yeah.
And it's not only like them just cramming so much shit there, but it's also like shit you've never seen before. Like the Burning, people that have played World of Warcraft have fought the Burning Legion before, but never like this. Like they've brought like almost all of their forces to just attack like every single like fucking places they can in the world. And of course, I played it on my Shadow Priest first, just to like get a feel for it, because that's just the class that I know the best. They've completely changed the way that works. I'm still learning about that, and I can't give like a good enough like overview of how those class changes have been, but I can kind of see like where it's working out to be. But you fight your way through the shore, and you're finding members that were on the airship from the shipwreck that happened during the opening cinematic. You just end up trudging and trudging and trudging, and pretty much the savior of Wrath of the Lich King, Targaryen, gets killed right there in front of you. Like, another, like, huge lore moment. This guy almost became the fucking Lich King. Fucking, he's just dead. He's gone. You fight another big-ass demon. You have to, like, as the Horde, hold the ridge while the Alliance, like, tries to, like, advance further to the big baddie Gul'dan. You're overwhelmed. Both sides are overwhelmed. The King of Stormwind, Varian Wren, dies. Fuck that guy. Glad he's dead. Vol'jin also gets killed, the war chief of the Horde. So both of them are going to have brand new leaders. Sylvanas and I think fucking Varian's son. I mean, who gives a fuck about that little pussy? But so 2 brand new war chiefs. It's starting off a brand new feeling in the game. You go back to your major city, watch all these cinematics and shit, and then you get sent to the floating city in the sky, Dalaran. And Dalaran's moved. Dalaran's got, like, a little bit broken. It looks like it's been through a little bit of shit on the way there. You're called up by the Archmage. Jaina Proudmoore, who used to love the Horde, used to get along with the Horde, used to be a human that got along with the Horde, was like, no, fuck them. They're untrustworthy. And she can eat a dick. Still lets her old grudges, like, it's like, I watched all my people die in Theramore, and I'm like, I'm a fucking Pandarian, you guys raped my entire continent, fuck off. And I'm still fighting for you guys. So
I don't think that's a choice in the option menu.
No, it's not. It should be. It's like, I'm a fucking Pandaren. Like, both of y'all fucking wrecked my continent. You guys almost killed the turtle that I was born on, you fags. I spent my best years on that turtle. Fuck!
Yeah. It'd be like asking a fucking American Indian about the war in Europe between, American and the Europeans.
Yeah.
The Indian would tell you, I don't give a fuck. Both of you go kill yourselves.
Yeah, it's like fucking jump off a cliff. What the fuck do I care?
Why don't you run back to Europe and fight that asshole and get killed?
You dumbasses. But, like, so you're called up by the Archmage. And so it's not only touching back on, like, 2 of the good expansions, like it's fucking mashing them together. It's like, you have the Burning Crusade, which was the first expansion that came out, and then Wrath of the Lich King. Both of these things came about because of the Burning Legion. And it's really, like, working its way up to be this, like, kind of, like, huge apex outside of the Tomb of Sargeras. The Tomb of Sargeras, big bad demon lord, but unlike what they did in Stranger Things, they're not fighting the Demogorgon itself.
Yeah.
It's going to be an avatar of Sargeras.
Yeah, it's what it should have been.
Yeah.
Hell, the fucking later D&D books. Later D&D books actually had rules for avatars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
yeah, that used to tell you in some of those books, don't fucking throw a god straight into the game.
Yeah. It's like what Gul'dan said right before Tyrion. It's like, you don't understand what you're messing with here. You're standing on the fucking front steps of a god.
Yeah.
It's like, you're like, even though it's just Sargeras' avatar, you don't fuck with it.
Yeah. Look at Forgotten Realms with the whole Time of Troubles, which was all the gods being sent to the fucking earth. They merged in their avatars and shit. Look into that. That is some heady storytelling, dude.
And that's what I think that they're about to do here.
Really?
Like, I've seen, like, an announcement from Blizzard, where they're going to take longer in between expansions. And so, like, that's what they've needed to do the entire time. Because, like, with Warlords, you got 6.1, which didn't bring hardly anything new, and then you got 6.2, and then the expansion is done. I mean, you end up playing the same content for 14 months. You're going to get bored of it after 6 months. Like, that's how every, like, bit of progression has moved so far in the game, is like every 6 months you get another major patch, you get new content, and it prolongs the story of what's happening before the big bad boss battle, like what happened in Burning Crusade, the Wrath of the Lich King, all of them leading up before fucking Warlords. And Warlords, everyone hit level 100. And so, like, we thought that everything was supposed to be, like, fucking special at level 100. It's like, fuck, dude, like we're now in the triple digits. Like now we have power.
Yeah.
No. But these orc guys, they look like they're pretty muscular, right? They all died in the other universe. Why don't you go fight them when you're level 70 and now you're level 100? So it's a 30 level difference. Go fight them. It's fine. Like, it makes sense. Totally. Go and fight the time orcs, you fag.
Time orcs?
That's what it felt like. Fucking time orcs.
Okay.
And it has like another story that like coexists with goddamn CAD car, where this one fucking time Drake, fucking time ward keeper thing, whatever, helped Garrosh go back in time to old Draenor, and you're just looking at it and you're like, why? Like, this entire expansion didn't need to happen. All it was to like get Gul'dan back in the game. In which, if you wanted to do anything, which I can understand, but the way that they did it, like the initial way, it's like, oh, we have to go back to Draenor before it was destroyed, so that maybe we can stop them from drinking the demon blood. But we ended up, like, everyone ended up fucking themselves over, like, even harder, because now the Burning Legion is the big bad threat. Warlords of Draenor, at most, should have been a series of patches. It shouldn't have been a complete expansion on its own. It should not have had garrisons.
Each expansion, you have to buy that shit, right?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Warlords...
what does that shit cost?
Brand new $50. You wait 6 months, you wait a year, it's like 20.
Wow, that is as ridiculous as D&D books, dude.
Yeah.
Where that shit's like $50 a book now.
Yeah. But... It doesn't matter. Like, you can go away and like not play the game for its like first event. The only thing is like the only reason why I pre-ordered it is because I've never played a WoW expansion from the beginning. I've always came back to the game like 3 months in. I think was like the shortest amount of time, and that was shortly after Wrath of the Lich King. And then I quit entirely through Cataclysm. I did not want to see the world destroyed. I didn't give a shit about Deathwing. To me, Deathwing was a side character. And they were like, let's base an entire expansion around. It's like, I don't fucking care. Mists of Pandaria, greatest expansion there is. Fucking crucify me. I don't give a shit. Completely original story. The best race in the entire goddamn game. Best continent. Best story that they've told so far.
It's because you are a fucking panda.
It's because I'm the embodiment of a panda.
You are a mix between a dwarf and a panda.
Yeah. But you have the heart of an old god, and its blood corrupt the war chief of the Horde, who is young, power hungry, and bloodthirsty. I mean, you can't get any more of like a badass in boss than that. I mean, he's the leader of a faction, and he's trying to create. He's pretty much like just trying to create a pure orc army. So it's like it's a lot akin to Hitler. It's what
was it they called them in Lord of the Rings? Orogs or
orcs?
You remember? No, the modified ones. You remember the bigger ones, the created ones that come out of like those fucking eggs and shit.
I don't remember.
Yeah, I can't remember what they were called. Orkai.
Yeah,
the Orkai.
But he is like a pure-blooded orc too.
Yeah,
like
I think they were corruptions technically, but yeah.
The corrupted elves are what orcs are in the Lord of the Rings universe.
That's kind of what they are in D&D.
Orcs are pretty much aliens to Azeroth because they were like the orcs are a tribal race. Like they all have their tribes and all have their clans, and they all come together. They will have like skirmishes with each other and just like fight each other, but it was never like a huge war thing. They were all united underneath the banner of the Horde, and what Garrosh was trying to do was make a pure-blooded horde of just orcs that hadn't been corrupted by demon blood or fell magic. And so that's like all the orcs used to be browns or other colors. Now they're like greens to blues. Because of like the demon blood and fell magic corrupted them. And so, you have this character using like mythic old god powers to create a pure race. I mean, and he's like dividing his own faction up because of that. It's exactly like what other like totalitarian leaders have done. It's a great fucking story.
But I look back in the past. I don't know much about Warcraft. The only thing I know about Warcraft is listening to you talk about it. I want you to go back, since you know the history. Look at the times that they have fucked you.
Over and over again?
Over and over and over and over again. Look through this. Look through how good this is going to be. Where's the dick in it? There's a dick in it, and it's going to fuck you at some point. You know it.
I do believe, and I may be wrong. I'm hoping I'm wrong. I do believe the dick in this expansion will be the artifact weapons.
Just going to be overpowered. And...
Well, not necessarily that, but there's kind of like something special in getting a new piece of gear.
Yeah.
And for me, like always being from like the warrior standpoint, like because that's what I first started playing, and you know that's the. Even though, like, now it's my secondary class, it's always, like, what I'm constantly thinking of. It's like, oh, this fight would be like this with a melee character. It's like, oh, like this, I'd be taking like this like a melee character. That's always in the back of my head when I'm playing my Shadow Priest. The artifact weapon is supposed to be like these weapons that were unobtainable. Like I think for the Protection Warriors, it's a scale from... Nefarian before he became corrupted and turned into Deathwing. For Shadow Priests, it's a dagger of the old gods. It's a sacrificial dagger that you use to kill people with, so their soul goes to the old gods.
Yeah.
And like they have like Ashbringer and like all these other like fucking Thrall's Doomhammer. All of these things. And they're all going to have like their own stat trees, and you got to like work toward like do different achievements to get certain stats. I think people are going to get really tired of it really quick, because I know there are going to be those guys like me that play the game for rating that will find a way just to min-max it, look at fucking websites and be like, oh, this is what I need. This is what I need to do to be able to get the most power out of it, and not care about anything else. Yeah. I mean, and the rest of it's cosmetic. But we already have our cosmetic shit, which is all like in our transmogs. Like you change your weapon to what you want. It's like, oh, I don't like the way this axe looks. I'm going to change it to a club.
Yeah. It sounds like the old D&D shit for spell progression.
Yeah.
It was this idea of...
you can level up your spells. Like,
well, no, School of Magics that you would only be able to like study these spells because that would represent this level of knowledge, and then the next level you would try to go after these 4 or 5 spells, and it was some shit from Dragon Magazine like years ago. Yeah, and to be able to unlock certain things, I think you had to like I don't think it's necessarily achievements. I think it'll be like, oh, different things that you've done or different drops from certain bosses, or like certain quest lines will give you, certain power-ups for these weapons. But there is like something special about going to like the websites or looking through like Atlas Loot or something and seeing like the weapons that drop of the boss, because that's what everybody looks at first. Like, it's like, oh, dude, what weapons does it drop? Yeah. Like one of my favorite looking staffs is the Gaze of Arrogance, which is that's the one I showed you that has the eye that moves around in it and shit. Yeah. Which I think is so fucking cool. Yeah, it was creepy as shit. For a Shadow Priest, that works. Yeah. I mean that's a part of an eye from like an aspect of fucking pride. Yeah. And for me, big ass, badass, fucking Shadow Panda, I'm gonna have the stick of pride, and it's gonna look at you. But it's gonna take like that little bit out of the game, and you've got to like I know. I got a question. Well, hang on. I'm trying to interrupt you, but I just had a thought. This staff with the eye on it. Does it give you bonuses like for seeing and shit like that? No. I wish I had like sometimes legendary weapons or like cosmetic items or like toys will do something special like that. I'm thinking like like some kind of enchantment that has to do with sight or it doesn't like reveal invisible or something like that. I wish it did. Yeah, it just seems like it would. Because in Warlords there was a certain like trinket that would reveal like hidden treasures around you. Yeah. And for like someone to like have the Gaze of Arrogance, it should show like, I don't know,
like different treasures or like maybe like hidden bosses, because they used to do that sort of thing too all the time. Like when WoW was a.
The reason I'm saying is because when you think about it, it's really just a big selfie stick.
Yeah,
it's just a stick with a camera on it.
Yeah, like I use that all the time. Like if I have like more of a purple like outfit, like right now, like my fucking Shadow Panda is wearing a goddamn purple turban. Everything from top to bottom is purple. Yeah.
Well, you gotta have them purple pimp robes.
Yeah, I have to have my purple pimp robes, and right now I think everything that my warrior in is blue, and because I like the look of cobalt, and I think it's pretty fucking badass.
I'm blue, yeah.
But it's just, I think that the artifact weapon thing, I don't think it's a good idea. I think the quest line to get it, I think that's a really good idea. That's like playing the whole scenario thing. It's like a test of your skill as a player, but it happens at like level 90, level 91, like so, or level 100, level 101, very early on in the game, very early on in the expansion. It's going to be like one of the first thing, if not the first thing you do after it drops is go and get your artifact weapon before you even go to the new continent.
I always found playing D&D that the shit you give people can just, for me, it would overwhelm the game. And it would become a fucking problem. Like, you know, you're talking about the garrison thing? When you got certain characters, they get up like 11th, 12th level, they could attract followers. That was always a fucking problem. I mean, that's the garrison concept, you know?
And so the game became more about, you know, them with their followers than...
Yeah, they're sending out their people to do shit. And then you had problems, too. Overpowered fucking items taking over the game.
Yeah.
You know? You get that in almost anything.
I don't think necessarily, like, that is a problem that has to be, you know, worried with WoW, is because it constantly changes.
Yeah.
I mean...
Well, if you could actually use that shit up, like, it'd run out of charges and you have to get rid of it.
Yeah. Like there's... It's not going to have any durability on it, but yet again, like, durability, all it did was, like, cost gold to go back and fix.
But couldn't you do it like kind of like Minecraft does, where you can repair shit, but there's a chance of destroying the anvil and
yeah.
Like
for certain items, I could see that would be a pain in the ass.
Yeah,
because that means that you have to go back and run the whole content again.
Yeah,
just to be able to get that drop again and say that's best for your build.
But for the most part, playing a game, I'd have no problem with somebody saying, "All right, you've got Excalibur, for God's sakes. You've got the most awesome sword ever created on the face of the earth. Okay, make sure you ain't beating it against a fucking tree."
Yeah,
you know, I would, dude. Now it'd be resistant to damage, but still, you got to have a chance that they can lose it. They can.
The way that they've always the way that I thought that they were going to deal with it is much like be like a spell power up, and you know you get to a certain amount of mana, or like you have a super long cooldown.
Yeah. Some kind of a vampiric type sword that sucks up so many souls to actually be able to use its power.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like for like the dagger that the Shadow Priests are gonna get, that would make sense. Like how many mobs have you killed before this boss determines whether or not you can use it for that boss fight.
You know, you had to kill certain number of mobs just to be able to charge it with one fucking energy thing because you sacrificed something in this particular deal.
Yeah. Or make it a daily to where you have to go out and, you know, sacrifice
something to defeat it.
Yeah, and then you'd be able to use it for one boss fight.
Yeah.
Like that would make it seem like all powerful.
Yeah,
because
it activates for in D&D terms, it activates for 2d10 rounds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where there's oh god. I'm trying to think. Where like shamans can cast this, shamans and mages can cast this like this party buff, and you can tell when it's been cast because everyone gets huge.
Yeah.
And like they just fucking crit goes up, spell power goes up, strength goes up, everything goes up.
There's D&D shit like
for
that.
Like 30 seconons.
Yeah, there's D&D cleric spells, that kind of shit.
But, you know, everyone's like, you know, popping all their cooldowns, hitting the boss as hard as they can. They usually do it like at 15%. just to kind of just either wipe out the boss or to kind of get the boss down before the enrage timer goes off.
Yeah.
And so you get the boss down by using that, and then it's a 10-minute cooldown.
Mm-hmm.
So if anyone accidentally pops it right before a boss battle, you're pretty much fucked.
Yeah.
Like, I've seen that shit happen before. It's like, oh, fuck. Like, we, like, accidentally using it on trash.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're just going through, like, fucking killing shit, and all of a sudden, like, oh, I'm big for some reason. Oh, you stupid mage, you dumbass.
I had that problem trying to play Baldur's Gate. Whenever the AI on all your fucking people with you, you know, the AI controls them. Well, you have to turn that shit off because you'd get something stupid, be in the middle of a fight, and like, stupid magician, why are you throwing a fucking lightning bolt into the whole crowd of everybody? You know, you get a lightning bolt bouncing between people, you know, and killing half the fucking party.
God.
So, yeah, thank you. We needed a fireball set dead center at our feet. Appreciate it.
Yeah, like, but yeah, I'm worried about that being the dick. It's not a very big dick.
It could be, though. I can see where it could, like, garrison things sounds like a good idea.
Oh yeah, everybody wants player housing. Mm-hmm. Everybody wanted player housing. I don't think anybody wants player housing in the World of Warcraft anymore, because we got it and it sucked. Everyone just spent their time in their garrison and you didn't hardly see anybody in the world.
Yeah.
Like, you would go, like, on your guild list and see where everybody was, and it was just garrison, 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 raid, garrison, garrison, all the way down.
Yeah.
That's a problem. You built, like, I feel bad for the fucking game designers, because they built, Draenor is a beautiful world.
Yeah, nobody was out there looking at it.
The quest lines were, like, when I went out and played them with my warrior, I didn't play with my fucking Shadow Priest, I just got to 100 as quick as possible with that. But I actually went out and did quests on my warrior, and they were interesting. Like, you would certain things that you would do would change the landscape and make it phase different, and then you could pick up, like, unique quests along the way. Like, it wasn't like, oh, you go to this one spot, you grab all the quests, you run out, you do them, you come back, you turn them all in, and then you go to the next spot.
Yeah.
This was, you do a couple of quests, they give you a couple more, you go out and you do a couple of quests, you have one that sends you to another area, but you can either decide that you want to go to this other area already, or do you want to finish up the quest here?
Yeah.
And then you went up to the other area, and then sometimes it would send you back into where you had to continuously do more quests.
I always hated it in games, being sent back to an area that I'd already been. And usually it was some kind of stupid fetch quest.
Yeah.
Go back to where you've already been and go bring me this.
Yeah.
God damn it.
And then I always like picking up the ones that are, like, really well grouped together, and you can just, like, take them all out once and then come back. But they also had, like, if you're out exploring or, like, out doing these quests, you could find other quests while out there. Like, there was a guy that was trying to put his wife's spirit to rest because she had been killed by, like, demons or something, and so you had to use a certain item, and it was just to be able to put her spirit to rest, and it was just on the path, and he was just on the side of the road, and you could either ignored him and gone about your way, or you could have done this quick quest real quick, and then...
So they used to call a side trek.
Yeah.
Yeah, in D&D.
Yeah, or a little bit of a side quest. Yeah. Like, but it's those little things that, you know, someone took time to make feel special.
Yeah.
Someone took time to think about what reward they would give you for this. It's like, I got this stupid ass toy item that apparently makes my, like, boots or whatever that I'm wearing so hot that it leaves a trail of smoke behind me.
Yeah.
For a warrior, that's funny as shit, because you do, like, charge maneuvers, or you do that heroic leap, and so you leave, like, a trail of smoke, like, behind you, or you leave a trail of smoke, like, in the air, like, going through, like, on an arc whenever you hit somebody. So that's, like, a little nifty thing I got from a side quest that I didn't necessarily have to do, but, you know, I did it just to see, you know, what it would give me. But no. All warlords, people were just like, garrison, I'm gonna go mine in my cave for, like, 15 minutes and wait till next day. Because, like, I used to dread before logging on, because I was like, fuck, I gotta at least spend the first 30 minutes fucking around with my Facebook game.
Yeah.
Before I can even play what I want to play.
That's one of the things that annoys me about Minecraft. There's times I've thought about opening Minecraft, and I'd be like, no, No, fuck that. The entire garden's got to be fucking picked. I got to deal with all them goddamn chickens. You know what I'm saying? Have you ever set up a farm or something?
Oh, yeah. And then it'd be like after you get everything grown and like the first 2 or 3 times you've harvested everything and like replanted it and got like a huge ass farm, all your chest is full outside and you're like, I don't feel like
exactly. I don't want to fuck with this shit no more. That's something I get on kicks, dude. I do it for shits and giggles. I will breed like 100 chickens and just turn them loose in the world to see where I find them in my local area. You know, you'll find them in the stupidest places because they go just every fucking where.
It makes me think of the nickname that you could get in the first Fable game called Chicken Chaser.
Chicken Chaser.
Yeah. People would be like, oh, that's the Chicken Chaser.
It's fucked.
Yeah. It's funny as hell, though. But I really, really, really hope the artifact weapon system doesn't fuck the game.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's the only thing that I've been worried about so far. I mean, I may not like the changes they made to Shadow Priest because they took away my main ability, which was Devouring Plague.
Really?
And, like, they replaced it. Yeah, they replaced it with this thing called Void Form, where you just do overall more damage.
Mm-hmm.
They took away a lot of our abilities to heal. But I have noticed that my damage has gone up significantly. So they're like trying to balance it to where maybe Shadow Priests aren't that much of a clutch healer.
Yeah.
And maybe they do have more use than just that. Because it used to be, for like you to have a Shadow Priest in your group, it was like, you know, you don't necessarily always have to have relish on a hot dog.
Yeah.
But when you do, it's a little bit of something special.
Yeah.
It's like, oh yeah, this hot dog works with just, you know, a hot dog or just with mustard alone. But man, fuck, I got relish.
Yeah. It's got a little bit of something on it.
Yeah, yeah. I hope lore-wise the game is good, because they're changing up the questing system even to where it's going to flow naturally like it did in Warlords, but it's not going to be like level restricted to a certain zone.
Mm-hmm.
And so you don't have to like spend like 2 hours in every single zone. You could like be like, oh, I've spent like 30 minutes here, I'm going to go ahead and move on to the next one. Or I've done like this camp. I want to see what the next camp up the way has. It doesn't like confine you.
Yeah.
Like, so all the content is all the same level, and it all like zones to you, and like they're facing it in such a way to where you'll see people that are on the same quest that you are.
Really?
And you'll see like people that are your same level, and it's going to make the game feel a whole lot more populated.
Mm-hmm.
And it's gonna feel good, you know, going out and like not seeing a dead world again.
Yeah.
Because I used to like my entire time of questing through Warlords. Granted, it was like the last bit of the game. I didn't hardly see anyone else doing these quests.
Yeah.
I didn't like used to. Whenever you would run out, you would always see like people going off and killing like some of the same shit that you had to, or like at least like passing you on the road. You would run into like members of the other faction all the time. And it was just like something that was cool because it like made the game feel more alive. And that's what a multiplayer game should be.
Yeah.
Not just...
How the hell you can't be a multiplayer game
if you don't see anybody.
Multiple people.
Yeah, I can't remember too many times like out in the world where I saw other people. Like you could see like one other person at a quest hub sometimes.
Yeah.
But even that was rare. I mean, you don't necessarily have to leave Orgrimmar to hit level 100. You can just sit there and queue for dungeon over and over again after level 15. That's what I'm trying to do on that's what I was trying to do on my paladin. Just to see, you know, what I could do. Healing is 2 buttons, but yeah. But
fucking dork.
The
fucking Warcraft dork.
But I want so badly. Because, like, during Burning Legion, or Burning Crusade, and during Wrath of Lich King, I remember seeing these groups of other people running around fucking killing shit, and, like, me trying to kill shit.
Yeah. Well, I can see where it'd be a big thing, man. Just, why have a big inclusive world and it's empty?
It's dead.
That's one of the problems with Minecraft.
Yeah.
Is, especially single player, just that deadness. It's like you're in a dead fucking universe. And hell, I haven't found a multiplayer thing I give a shit about either.
Minecraft is definitely one of those games that's a lot better to play with friends.
Yeah.
Because, like, then everyone has, like, the similar goals. Everyone...
I think that'd be the best way. I've never had a chance to play like that, but with people you don't give a shit about, I don't give a fuck. I don't care about their factions and
the thing that always made WoW special was the guilds. Because I was in a guild with my brother for quite a long time, and then like I was in a guild that I had just randomly joined for quite a while, and like, you know, you get to know these people, you get to play these games with these people, and you make new friends. With Warlords, none of that happened. Like, yeah, I was in a guild. It's like, yeah, I talked to people in my guild, but I was never in Vent. I used to be in Vent all the time talking to these folks, and like we would always like cut jokes and like have a good time.
Yeah.
With Warlords, it just felt like the people I was in this guild with, and that's like I was a new member, so I didn't know any of these people.
Yeah.
It felt like the only time I ever talked to them was just so I can trade shit with them.
Yeah.
And that's not a community, that's Craigslist.
Never thought of it that way, but yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah.
This sounds like a good way to fucking describe it. Craigslist.
But yeah, let's get into Sausage Party, because I'm wanting to see this.
Oh yeah, okay. I'm gonna sum it up. The movie's funny.
Okay.
The movie's damn funny. The movie has absolutely no socially redeeming value whatsoever.
Good.
It's garbage.
Good.
Garbage.
Good.
The movie is crap, but completely entertaining to a point. There's a few things that they do in this film that get to be a pain in the ass. I get a little tired of the Arab Jew jokes.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit about whether bagel and falafel are fighting it out. I don't care. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I get tired of some of the other jokes. Why the fuck do we have to have a whole main section of the movie that involves Chief Firewater, who's, you know, an Indian? He's a bottle of whiskey.
Yep.
You know, him.
That's funny.
Yeah. Him and Grits, who is a black guy, which I don't understand. At what point did Grits become a black food?
It's because it's inherently Southern, and so it's seen as soul food. That's why.
Well, shit.
Like fried
chicken. I'm about to say we've grown up on soul food or whatever the fuck our whole life.
Yeah, it's because it's just Southern.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I never understood. It's like, oh yeah, macaroni and cheese is soul food. It's like, no, it's just Southern.
About to say, well, mac and cheese, about to say, goddamn, that's Canadian food, ain't it?
Nah, dude, Jefferson, dude.
Jefferson.
Yeah.
What?
Thomas Jefferson made the first, like, macaroni making machine. So it's Southern. He was from Virginia, and the last time I checked, Virginia is still the South.
But say, ain't you ever heard the Canadians going on about their craft dinner?
Yeah, but they're retarded, so they don't count.
Okay. But
to all of our Canadian fans, stop being retarded.
I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry.
But anyway, just there's a whole thing where Firewater and Grits, all right, are bitching about the crackers. About how that Chief Firewater was forced off his shelf by them goddamn crackers. And I was like, really, man?
That's actually kind of funny.
It's funny, but it's like, that is so fucking obvious, you know, that they would throw that in. The movie's got some good shit. It's sex-oriented all the way through.
Yeah, of course it's called Sausage Party.
Yeah. The whole point is that this sausage, he's in love with one of the buns.
And he's trying to get in that bun.
He's trying to get in that bun. It's his whole purpose in life. There's a whole religion that is set up, all right, on how that the gods come in and pick them to take them to the great beyond. Well, it's not what they think it is.
Yeah. Everyone that's seen the previews
yeah,
don't know
yeah.
that. They're eating the babies!
Yeah, well, you know, there's even a part where, like, a fucking jar of mustard comes back and he's all fucked up. And he tries to commit suicide, you know, by diving off a cart and shit. Yeah. But the movie's good, but just some of it they threw in, and it's like, it's a bit much. You knew this shit was coming. You knew that there was going to be dope smoking in this movie.
Yeah, it's a Seth Rogen film.
That's my point. Just by the fact that it's a Seth Rogen film, you knew that the movie's going to revolve around smoking dope at some point.
Yep.
And when it starts, I'm like, well, of course, here it is. You knew it was coming. But there's some nice shit. There's some funny fucking shit in there. I mean, there's a whole fucking section of the movie is about this one sausage having to deal with a guy who's fucking shooting up bath salts. Yeah, and there's a fucking murder spree at one point. I'm not going to give it away, technically, but there's a murder spree of, like, humans. Yeah, they go around just murdering fucking people. Well, I give away part of the ending, but it's not going to give away much.
Yeah.
Let's just say that the movie ends with a big-ass combination rape / homosexual, bisexual orgy of everybody. There's some shit that they show in this movie that if it was shown, like, since it's a female character, if you'd put a male character doing that shit, people would have lost their fucking minds. There is a fucking rape scene in this film of one of the main characters, but just because it was a female, it's totally cool. And I was like, no, that just, what the fuck, people, you know? What the fuck? But otherwise, looks, the movie is entertaining, but it has no socially redeeming value whatsoever, dude.
In what aspect does all comedy need to be socially redeeming?
Well, what I mean by socially redeeming, I mean, there's some low-brow fucking humor in this, dude. Bottom of the fucking bucket. I mean...
Let me refer back to the old George Carlin joke where he wished that he had a expo marker, a dry erase board on his car, so he can tell the dickhead in front of him, "You drive like old people fuck, slow and sloppy." There's no socially redeeming quality to that joke, and that's George fucking Carlin.
Well, all right. There's certain things in this movie that are regurgitated old jokes. Mm-hmm. Like, imagine every joke like that. It's in this film.
So puns?
Puns everywhere, puns.
Comedy
including
puns.
Certain memes that are just straight ripped the fuck off. Okay? Sauerkraut shows up and proceeds to talk about how that he can't wait to eliminate all the juice. And it switches over to orange juice going, oh, you're like shocked. And of course, you know, sauerkraut's fucking Hitler.
Yeah.
And then at the end, too, during the rape scene, you know, there's a scene where Juice is raping him in the ass and he's going, 999. It's been done, dude. That joke's been done. It's an old meme.
Yeah.
You even ripped off the damn near the fuck scene out of fucking Little Nicky. You know, where you got a pineapple shoved up his fucking ass every day.
Yeah.
Unimaginative, but once again, great ideas boiled up in a big old shit stew. Overall, it's worth watching.
Yeah.
But I think the best enjoyment of it would be get stoned as fuck to watch this.
Grandma's Boy.
Yeah. Yeah. I actually, when I was watching this movie, it occurred to me, I ought to turn this thing off just so I can get high and watch it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It really, that's...
It's a movie that gives you munchies.
Yeah. The whole goddamn movie's about food.
Yeah. And sitting there is like, fuck, I want some hot dogs. How late is Sonic open?
How fucking bags of chips get murdered constantly in this movie, dude. And they always play them off like they're big and fat. You know, they're all puffed up. And they never get away. The murder scene, there's a dinner, a woman preparing dinner, and all these vegetables think they've got it so fucking good. And like, yay, we've been chosen, you know. And all of a sudden it just turns into like a goddamn... Jeffrey Dahmer with a fucking weed whacker just showed up. Just horrific everything. It shows her like grabbing the food, putting it in her mouth, and you can hear them screaming for their mothers as she's chewing them. And,
yeah.
And then there's a scene where like one of the wieners gets fucking cut with a knife. And first he gets stabbed and it's sticking out of his chest, and all of a sudden she goes flick, you know, makes a motion with it, and he just splits down the center, you know, and all the other food is like losing their fucking mind. One that's fucking hilarious is this potato. And he's got eyes all over him.
Yeah, that's in like one of the previews.
Is it?
Yeah, where he's like, "Oh, my eyes!"
Yeah. She
fucking cunt, and they drop him in the boiling water.
Yeah, he's singing fucking "Oh Danny Boy." He's so happy because she's washing him under the sink, you know. And it switches over a second later. Peel, peel, peel. Horrific shit. I mean,
but funny because it's happening to food.
You know, yeah. And there's a fucking jerk off part of this movie. I bet the censors had a fucking monster of a time trying to figure this shit out. Because is it really jacking off if it's a hot dog? a dude tugging on a hot dog. Is that jacking off, or is it a dude tugging on a hot dog? And there's another one. There's one of the characters I fucking love is Douche. He's a bottle of douche. Yeah, but he's like a Jersey Shore fucking meathead.
That's great.
Yeah. But he can't wait. He's going to smash that fucking puss, And something happens and his fucking nozzle gets all bent up. And he gets a hole in him where he's leaking fucking fluid, and he's thrown away. And he, like, goes monstrous, turns into like a vampire. It shows him, like, he puts a sticker over his side to hold that in. He's got to get all juiced up. And it shows him, like, one point, a juice box with a crack where his dick would be. And he's leaking a little. So he's over there, like, sucking on his fucking crotch. And he's like, you fucking tell anybody, I'll fucking deny it. But yeah, he turns into, like, this vampire fucking Jersey Shore douchebag.
That's great.
Yeah. I was thinking to myself, I was like, of all the accents to use, that's the best fucking one ever.
The stereotypical douche.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it's good, though. I mean, it's worth watching. Give it a chance. You'll like it.
Yeah.
So overall, Elvis Lives is good, but bad. Stranger Things, not bad, but it's not
great.
Not great, but it's watchable. You said that this fucking Warcraft expansion, you're hoping is going to be fucking fantastic.
I hope it's great. Yeah. I hope it's great.
Who the hell knows? And like I said, Sausage Party is fucking fantastic.
Yeah.
But sucks at the same time.
It's good, but it sucks.
It's good, but it sucks.
That's like most girls. And on that note, this has been another episode of the Generation Gap Podcast. I've been Lunchbox.
I'm Gleek.
We'll see you next time.